A few days ago, YouTube put another content creator in my feed. Her show is about the daily activities that she does while living on a farm in a small village in Kenya. Apparently, she used to live in a big city but got tired of the rat race and decided to transition to a more quiet way of living. I've been binge watching her videos for the past 3 days, and she's made this breakfast or tea cake several times. It's called Mandazi, so you know I have to try it, right? At first, it reminded me of our Belizean Fry Jack because of the way she rolled them out, how she cut them into rectangles, and the fact that they are fried. After seeing her recipe though, I realized that they're more like beignets. They use flour, baking powder, sugar, butter, eggs, and milk as the main ingredients, but the lady Jael says we can omit the eggs and we can add lemon zest if we so desire. Today I'm going to try half the recipe because the full recipe calls for 4 cups of flour, and that will be too many of these cakes for me. So let's start off first of all with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Now she said to use wheat flour, but her flour looked white, so even if it was wheat flour, it was probably bleached. So we're just going to use all-purpose flour because that's all I have. Then to this I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a cup of granulated white sugar, a tablespoon of butter or margarine, 1 egg, and milk. Now she says to use a glass of milk, but glasses can be different sizes like this, like these. So how much is really a glass of milk, right? So I've decided I'm going to start off with 4 ounces of milk, okay? Because we have sugar that's going to get wet, we have the eggs in there that's another wet. So let's start with 4 ounces of lactose-free milk because I want to be able to eat these. So as I'm working the dough, I feel it wet between my fingers, even though we have some dry spots in the bowl. So I'm gonna play it safe and not add any more milk at this time. Yeah, this is coming out pretty good. So all I have to do now that the dough is gathered together, I just have to cover it up and then wait for a half hour to come back and take care of these little cakes. Joe and I are gonna go on a walk though, so we're gonna come back like within an hour. Hey guys, Barbara here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're old to the channel, thank you for sticking around with me. My mission in life is to teach you how to cook. Why? Because I want to save you some money and I want to save your health. So let's go on this walk with us.
But hold my hand as we walk down this cold dirt road. Hold my heart and never let it go.
So now we're back from the walk. Let's take a look at the dough. It didn't quite double in size, but I didn't expect that it would because the recipe calls for very little baking powder. When I make my Belizean Fry Jack, 1 cup of flour goes with 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. This recipe was 2 cups of flour to 1 teaspoon of baking powder, so I didn't think it was going to poof up too much. Let's go ahead and roll it out though. I'm going to roll it on my cutting board because I don't like to cut things on my new quartz counter. I wonder if that's why YouTube put this lady's video in my feed, because that rooster's crowing next door, and in her videos roosters are always crowing because she lives on a farm. I wonder, the AI is hearing all of this stuff, right? I don't know how flat Jael rolled her dough because they look kind of thick, so I'm gonna go with 1/4 inch thick and I'm gonna cut it into 20 pieces. Now I've got my cast iron skillet going here with some oil. Let's check with the skewer. If you see bubbles in the oil when you put the skewer in, the oil's ready. But it might be a little bit too ready. I think it might be a little bit too hot. So let's fry only a few pieces first. See, they got brown right away. They didn't sit no time at all in the oil. These are not gonna be cooked in the middle. I'm already nervous about this. Let me set these aside so they can cool a little bit. Then I'm gonna cut it open and see. See, just like I thought, they're gummy on the inside. I think it's kind of like when you're frying panades. You know, you have to fry it slow and low. So I'm gonna go ahead and lower the fire and then fry one and test it. Yeah, this one's better. But while I flatten out the dough, I'm gonna go ahead and just flatten out the dough to 1/8 inch thick. I'm gonna play it safe. So I called Joe in, called reinforcements in. Joe is so good. I have to give him all his props because he's really patient when it comes to frying stuff. He's good at frying panades and the corn tortillas for garnaches. He's good at frying the beignets, donuts, all that type of stuff. When I make those type of videos, he's the one that does all the frying because he has patience with it. So you have to turn the fire to low to medium and you have to flatten the dough a little bit more and then it'll fry better, okay? So see, these came out perfect. I didn't mess up all of them, guys. I know my limitations, right? So Joe's gonna taste one. And then me. Let's pose, let's pose. At first I'm thinking Fry Jack, right? And then I taste the sweet in it, the sugar. It's nice and meaty on the inside. I can see why she sat down on that porch and ate one after the other with her cup of tea or coffee. I can see these having powdered sugar on the top. Some glaze maybe. Joshua says he can see them with melted chocolate. Child, well, we want to mess up the thing. Well, we want to get it more high fat for us. This is so good, and I'm glad that I got an opportunity to try it. So I want you guys to go over to Jael's page. Her page is, I think I might be saying the name wrong, Jael, Jael of the Village. I'm going to put the link in the description so you guys can go over there. If you like her stuff, go ahead and subscribe, and then tell her that I sent you, okay? Say Barbara from the Bear Pantry Show sent you. I wrote something on her page already encouraging her, and she was so sweet to answer. I mean, this lady started off a few nights ago at 8.88K. So that's 8,880 something subscribers. And then I started to watch a couple of her videos, and I saw that she jumped over the 9,000 mark. I'm like, wait a minute. This lady gained like 25 subscribers in about 5 or 10 minutes. So I sent it to my friend Carla, you know, the link to her video. And by the time we turned around, it was just going. Before I went to bed, she had like 1,100 subscribers. I'm like, Carla, she gonna get to 10,000 this weekend. So she did. And the next day I looked, like within 3 days I checked, and she's like over 13,000. She is growing. She's in the algorithm, and she so deserves it, because I went to go check out her page, and it looks like she's been putting videos there for a while and just kind of like teeter-tottering in the algorithm, kind of like I do, right? And then now she's taking off. I'm so happy for her. So you guys go over there and say a friendly hello, all right? So now let's go with us to the post office, because I have to mail away some books. Thank you guys for buying my books, and I have to pick up a gift that one of my subscribers sent for me. It's a belated birthday gift. Look at this big box. My goodness, what could it be? Don't worry about no address that's on the box, guys. It's my PO box, okay? So should I unbox this at home better?
Yeah.
Yeah, unbox it at home? Okay, let me put it in the back. Watch your head, boo. I can't wait to get home and unbox this. I have a hope as to what I want it to be, and I don't want to tell you what the hope is, but I'll whisper it to Joe. Okay, so now we're back home. Doobie-doo, back home. And I'm gonna do an unboxing, but you guys are gonna have to tune in for another video to see this unboxing, okay? You guys, I'm really enjoying making my videos now, because I can put cooking in a video, but I can also put other things that we're doing. And for the most part, you guys enjoy the videos. I'm so grateful for that. You know, I watch these van life people all the time, and they do other activities, and then at some point they cook. And then their viewers go, why don't you start a cooking page? I'm like, girl, you don't want to start. I don't say nothing, but to myself, I'm like, you don't want to start that. If you want to like put things out there for everybody to come and tell you how you did it wrong, then go ahead, be my guest. Other than that, girl, keep doing what you're doing. You're getting views with your van life stuff, right? So anyways, I've enjoyed making this video fully. I've had a blessed day, and I hope that you've had a blessed day too, all right? Joe, let me whisper to you what I want it to be. I want it to be the pizza peel. You know what that is? The long stick that you shovel the pizza in and out of the oven.
This is the